Hi everyone, this is Paris Debono of the Fortune Teller Shop. And this afternoon I was watching some YouTube videos and randomly a video about Michael Jackson and Prince came up. And the video was about how these two mega pop stars felt about each other. And there was a few different people's opinions and bits of video footage and stuff like that. And I thought that I would do a reading about these two stars and how they felt about each other. And I wanted to ask the cards, and I wanted to see if the cards would talk about this. Okay, so I've got we're going to start with Lenormand, my Lenormand cards. This is the crystal ball deck. So we're going to see how Michael Jackson and Prince felt about each other when they were alive. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 5 cards each. So we're going to do Michael Jackson on this side and Prince on this side. 3, 4, 5, 5. So let's see how Michael Jackson felt about Prince, and then how Prince felt about Michael Jackson. Okay, well, the coffin is obviously about death, so they're both dead. So we're asking how they felt when they were alive. The moon. The moon can mean several things. The moon can mean, in Lenormand, the moon can mean famous, and it can mean reputation. And the moon can also be moody though. The moon has phases. So Michael Jackson may have thought Prince was moody, emotional, sensitive. And then feeling cut off. So perhaps Michael felt at times Prince was a bit sharp, a little bit cutting, I would think. Possibly with the coffin, it could be depressed as well, moody, gloomy. Might have thought he was gloomy, moody, and then cutting. And I do think there are clips of Michael saying that Prince is a bit mean, was a bit mean to him. But also there was beauty there. So Michael Jackson could see that Prince had beauty and was a loner. The tower is alone, stands alone, maybe walled off as well. Okay, now let's see how Prince felt about Michael, how he saw Michael, the key. Okay, so Prince saw Michael as someone who could open doors or open aspirations or ideas. Possibly Prince saw Michael as someone who had the key kind of like to higher realms. That's the garden, the popular. He saw Michael as popular. The garden represents popular, population, lots of people, money, wealthy, creative as well. The fish can be sort of like creative, sensitive, prosperous, wealthy. I would think he would also, the fish and the garden and the key, it's almost like Prince saw that Michael Jackson had the key to the public and could make wealth from that. Mountain. Probably he saw, well, the mountain could be an enemy as well, but again the mountain is a bit distant and closed off and defensive, and that's the man. He saw Michael Jackson as the man, the closed off man. So they're both pretty closed off here. Distant, kept his distance. The mountain is a bit like keep away. So they were both reclusive as well. But judging from this, Prince saw that Michael could reach the public. He had the key to the public, and also wealth and prosperity. So now I'm going to do the tarot about the same question. How did Michael Jackson and Prince feel about each other? Okay, so this time I'm going to use the tarot, and we're going to pull out 5 cards for Michael. This is how Michael felt. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the next 5 are going to be about how Prince felt about Michael. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, let's see what we get. So how did Michael see Prince, and how did he feel about Prince? Offer? Well, that's funny because that's like a CD as well. So it's like music. Money and music and an offer. So it looks like Michael Jackson wanted to offer Prince something. Slow offer. This is the Knight of Pentacles. But it was unclear, emotionally unclear. Possibly there was some business issue between them as well. Looks like here Michael Jackson offered Prince some opportunity or idea, perhaps to make music, but he was unsure about it, emotionally not stable about the offer, and then he decided to hold back. Funny how they're all coins as well. This to me looks also like Michael Jackson may have wanted to work with Prince, on an idea, but it didn't quite work, and he decided to step back and not go there. It's like holding back, and then it's almost like I'll do it on my own, like a collaboration of some sort that didn't end up happening. Okay, let's see. This to me looks generous as well. Looks like Michael Jackson was offering some generous thing, but then he decided to hold back. So let's see how Prince feels about this, about Michael. Oh, stabbed in the back. So Prince might have felt disappointed or somehow betrayed by Michael. And yeah, let down. Perhaps there was a competition. Prince felt like he was unfairly treated. This could also be cruelty. This is the cruelty card. So perhaps Prince was cruel at times, and maybe even vice versa that we don't know about. Defensive. Prince was defensive, closed off. Perhaps he felt Michael was defensive as well. There was a woman involved as well on Prince's side. And there was some sort of like, well, the sword can be a bit nasty and a bit, well, it's defensive, isn't it? It's aggressive too. A sword is aggressive. So there was some sort of like, maybe there was some sort of non-trust here. And there was a woman involved. Now, normally I don't take out more cards, but I want to find out who this woman is. I'm going to just pull out a random card. Someone they worked with. So perhaps there was someone that worked with them, or was wanting to work with them, but it didn't quite come together. Perhaps they knew someone that was an intermediate person, but it doesn't look like it went anywhere. Looks a little bit disappointing. Look at all the swords and wands. There's no cups at all. It's all pentacles, money and business, and swords, conflict and competition. Yeah, wasn't very warm, these cards. Looked like Michael was creating peace, but it didn't quite go together. Now I'm going to try another deck. This is the colourful Gypsy cards. And we're going to get their opinion on Michael Jackson and Prince. We're going to see how these two superstars felt about each other. Okay, so I'm shuffling the cards, and I'm going to take out 5 cards. One for Michael, Prince, Michael, Prince, Michael, Prince, Michael, Prince, Michael, and Prince. Let's see how these two guys felt about each other. So how did Michael feel about Prince? Okay, so we got the older man. So man with the top hat, it says older man, but I think that Michael thought Prince was a bit of a master, like an old soul. And that hat sort of, to me, sort of emphasizes a bit like a showman as well. So I take from that Michael thought Prince was wise, like a wise man. He knows the business. I think they were born in the same year, actually. So the mirror, wow, interesting. So possibly he saw Prince a bit like a kindred spirit, like a mirror reflection of himself in some way. And then we have here the snake. So there was mistrust. I don't think Michael trusted Prince in any way. A bit of a gamble. So perhaps at times Michael thought Prince was on side, and other times he thought he was not. And the moon again. So the moon is back to the beginning. Moody, emotional, sensitive, fame. So how did Prince feel about Michael now? So talking, so they must have communicated back and forward, and this could be through the media too. Squirrel. Well, squirrel is a bit, I see this one as a multi-meaning card. Squirrels are hardworking. They gather their nuts and they hide them in the trees. Squirrels also run about. They're kind of hard to catch. The rider, busy on the road, hard to catch again. So perhaps Prince thought Michael was kind of hard to connect with or hard to catch. Possibly they felt this way about each other. Mice or rats, nervous, a bit stressed out. Possibly towards the end of Michael's life, Prince saw him as not very healthy. And the shovel, yeah, something was buried deep. So it looks a bit sad towards the end. So looks like Prince was aware of Michael's demise. It's almost like he's kind of being eaten away and then buried. It's a bit sad. Okay, so that was 3 different types of cards: Lenormand, Tarot, and Gypsy cards. And we wanted to see what they had to say about Prince and Michael Jackson. This is Paris Debono of the Fortune Teller Shop.